All right, everybody. My name is Dio Morales, host of the Gold Squadron podcast, and we are bringing you round 4 of the Seattle System Open. Here, it's a beautiful day in Seattle, and I'm inside of a convention center bringing you live coverage here from the System Open and loving it. So thank you very much to Steven and Sebastien for playing today. Good luck to both these players. I'm looking forward to this matchup. We have two very untraditional lists, type of list that you're not really seeing. You're seeing versions of these around, but not these exact versions of it. So Steven, you look at his list, and what you kind of see immediately is there is a Nim Ezra Crimson Specialist that has been made widely known by of course I am forgetting his first name, Ryan Jesionowski, out of the Michigan area, has been running stuff that lists quite a bit, and Steven decided to take his own twist on it, swapping out Nim for Miranda and Ezra for AP5. So Miranda is sitting with twin laser turret, harpoon missile, C-3PO bomblet generator, long range scanners. So long-range over-guidance chips, because you only have one harpoon missile there. You just got to get one. Crimson Specialist built out pretty standard. Choosing to go with proton bombs here. Trajectory simulator, ordnance titles to give them 3 extra bombs, and deflective plating. And then AP5, its job is just to carry Sabine and be annoying with R3A2. And here's the thing, it's a little bit of a trap, right? 19 points, you kill it, you're like, yes, I got Sabine off the board, and R3A2, you're like, great, you got 19 points. So so we'll see if Sebastien bites on that. And you got Rear Admiral Chernu on Sebastian's side with Determination, Kylo Ren, Emperor Palpatine engine upgrade. We know that large base ships and boost go well together, so that ship can really fly around. You see Sebastian's opening here. You went 4 forward boost, working on cutting around here. Then you got Rexler Brath, a pilot you really don't see too often. PS8 Defender with Juke, Twin Ion Mark II, and TIE X7. So if you're not familiar with the Juke card, it says that if you have an evade token, you can change one of the Defender's evade results on the dice to a focus. So what this does is that it allows, it's essentially a crack shot, or it forces your opponent to spend the focus token in order to avoid damage, which then will allow Rack, to try to get that crit in. So it's all about making the opponent spend tokens and then hitting them hard. Steven, let's talk about win conditions a little bit. Miranda is worth more than Rexler Brath, so in that end game, Miranda's going to probably be ahead. So Sebastien needs to focus down that Miranda. Miranda is the win condition in that list. And pretty much for Steven, he needs to just kind of, I would say that's target of opportunity, probably. That Kylo Ren crew on Sebastien can be nasty against Miranda, because if she can't shoot, she can't regen, and two turns of being blinded can totally flip the game very quickly. So we'll see how these gentlemen approach. We've gotten the opening down. I'm waiting for Steven to place that last AP5 dial. It's always interesting to see how players play and how they react to others. Sebastien started real aggressive, and so honestly, Steven did too. He came out moderately fast out of the corner. I think understanding that Sebastien would be hitting the gas, but Sebastien really hit the gas. Like I said, 5 forward with Rexler Brath, getting that evade token, barrel rolling, getting in that lane. Here's the thing, because with Crimson Specialist that has been lovingly renamed Bob by some people, can't trajectory simulator you if you're on the side. So if you can always stay a step ahead of where Crimson Specialist is, you can avoid the trajectory. Now his ability bombs, those are going to be a little more difficult. when I've seen people play these games with Crimson Specialist, and the bomb use is really key. Can you get all? If you can get all 4 of them off and have them hit, most of the time you're going to be winning that game. So Steven's going to be looking to try to get that victory. One bank. So right now, Crimson Specialist is set up in a bombing formation. I think this is the smart move here by Sebastien. Say, no thank you, I don't want to take a trajectory simulator. Okay. So it looks like Sebastien might be trying to get Steven to come through the rocks with that BSF bomber. He might be able to boost into range to get a shot on the BSF bomber. Don't know if he wants to, but he could. And Miranda deciding to turn in, trying to get that harpoon missile off. So Steven did have initiative. This matters quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and get that initiative token out there. This matters because you have quite a few PS8s here. You have Rexler, Rack, and Miranda all at PS8. And that means that because Sebastien gets to shoot first, that means he can blind Miranda before Miranda gets to shoot off that that harpoon missile. So that's going to be big. Oh, I'm being told that my names are reverse. I'm not surprised. We'll go ahead and fix that. So people who actually know these gentlemen were super confused when I was talking. Boom. Fixed. So Steven is the Imperial Parrier. Steven has initiative. Excellent. And AP5. Coordinating that focus to the BSF bomber. With 0 agility, that BSF bomber can actually do some damage here to Rack, something meaningful. So the hard 2 there clogs the lane. Rack cannot reach Miranda to Kylo, I don't think. Maybe the 3 bank, but that's going to be close. I like Steven's positioning here. He is set up with a good run to get behind the BSF bomber. Bomber can't stop next turn. He can't drop a bomb in that corner, though. So there's the 3 turn. He should try. He should try the Kylo here. Kylo Miranda, and that's just out. Just out. That means Miranda most likely is going to get that harpoon missile off. Sebastien likes that. So he's chosen to target lock the BSF bomber, get some meaningful damage in there while he can. Gonna guess a 2 forward here for Miranda. Just kind of play some hopscotch. There it is. Here comes a Miranda harpoon missile, most likely powered up here by Rack. And it is time for combat. So Rack is checking range to Miranda. That's going to be range 2. That means Rack's ability is Rack's ability is live. Oh, he might be firing at the BSF bomber instead. So 2 hits. 3 hits with that target lock. Spends a focus. I'm really surprised that he didn't attack Miranda. I really am. Okay. So 2 shields gone off of Crimson Specialist. At the same time, though, you know, getting those proton bombs off the table is a worthy cause for sure. Here comes Rexler through the rock. And oh, this is Rack. 2 hits and a crit. Oh, that was Palpatine, maybe? Had to be. Hit and a crit is console fire. So Crimson Specialist on fire. Here's that harpoon missile. That Rack spent the shield, powered it up, 5 dice, here it comes. You spend that target lock, use the focus. Now we're gonna get a crit into Rack. There it is. So we know that Rack has taken 4 and 1 card. We just need to see what that crit's gonna be. There's the harpoon condition applied. Here's Crimson Specialist. So it looks like Steven forgot about the crits here. We'll wait until after. I know he has Determination live, which gets rid of pilot crits. Looks like we're at dials. I'll go take a look to see what those crits are. Be right back. All right, so the crit on Rack is a structural damage. The other one was a pilot crit, which got tossed. And the harpoon condition did go off there. AP5, one bank. And here's Sebastien debating the trajectory simulator or placement. I really doubt that Steven stayed around. I'm expecting a 3-turn boost from Rack here to the left. Setting up those railroad tracks. So we'll see what these moves are here. Yep, and here's Steven turning away. 3 hard. I really think this is the right call here. Take your time. Try to bait out those proton bombs from the BSF. Okay, barrel rolling, getting set up for that 4K next turn. There it is. 3 hard. He'll judge the distance. It's outside of range 1 for sure. He can choose to target lock. Rack really likes to target lock, or to Kylo. And that reaches. So she's going to show Miranda the dark side. And that'll be blinded pilot, almost for sure. We can't see that. Now the lighting in here is kind of weird, so that's why we're getting a lot of glare today. Miranda deciding, I love this counterplay. Both these guys are doing a great job of understanding what the other is trying to do. So Miranda turns away. Probably, man, that's going to be close. Might still be in range, but he got a little extra distance to the left, but came closer to the top. Might still be in range. I don't think so, though. And the focus. Council fire. Bomb goes off. We got to do a check for defective plating. Takes the damage. So it looks like the first roll was defective plating and that one was console fire. So it takes another damage. That's a big deal. Wrong direction. Here's Rack, range 1. That's going to be 4 dice. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the pop in the crit here. That's Rack's ability. And there you go. Assumed correctly. 3 crits. Nothing there. That's 3 crits into the Crimson Specialist. This could hurt. Major hull breach, stunned pilot, stunned pilot. Oh, don't bump because you're going to be taking some damage. And here's a good question. Do both of those trigger individually or together? That I don't know. So Crimson Specialist sitting at 3 hull. I'm thinking they probably trigger individually. Three misses from the Crimson Specialist here. That's a big swing. Target lock. 1 crit here. And that's on rack. R3A2. 2 hits from AP5. Should have 1 more die. Oh, well, no, the corner is out. So, yeah, determined to be unobstructed, as you saw there. I'm going to go ahead and take another look at the health. I'll be back. Turn was down to 7. Those shots earlier from Miranda were TLTs. I'm surprised they didn't check the range. I'm not entirely sure that's range 3, to be completely honest. But I might have missed it. But anyway, we'll continue. So AP5 moving forward, coordinating the focus. Don't know where he's going to go. He has to stop to avoid, because if he turns, he's going to bump. Doesn't move. I think that was the hand wiggle. Crimson Specialist does have 4 crits on him. 4 crit tokens. Love the disciplined use of flipping a crit there. I think that was major hull breach. It's 2 turning away. Okay. He's deciding to trajectory simulator to try to block that 3 hard turn again. There it is. So, major hull breach is gone. Looks like counter fire's out too. Must have He used AP5's coordinate instead of the focus. All right, so down to the 2 stunt pilots. There's a 4K as we predicted from Rexler. All right, not as aggressive from the Decimator, which worked out because that bomb ends up getting wasted. Crimson Specialist only has 2 left now. So Sebastian's doing a good job of protecting Miranda, keeping her in that corner, and using Bob as a wall. No, but bringing Miranda in. Long-range scanner target lock there from Miranda. Saving that for next turn. No attacks there. Rexler's just out. Sorry, I mean Rack. Rexler's way out. And we're back to dials. So honestly, looking at the board state, both these players have a chance to win this game. That last turn, getting those crits into Crimson Specialist really made a difference. 2 of the bombs are gone. And I'm thinking the reason Steven boosted towards the top of the board there is that his turn, next turn, brings him outside of range 1 of one of those corner bombs. Might have been a little bit aggressive of a move, but I get it. He's trying to give him space, himself space to come back down towards the bottom. He also could be strafing towards the edge there. Maybe just do a 1 bank to the left next turn. AP5, 1 forward. And Crimson Specialist coming in. We'll see if Rexler turned on the jets here. There's the 2 turn. Prepared to either shoot Miranda or Crimson Specialist. There's the focus. I think that's meant to be defensively. Rexler Braff turns on the gas. That'll be focus evade. He is range 1 from AP5. He might choose to barrel roll, though that kind of puts him in an awkward spot behind a rock. He's opting forward anyway. Three bank from Miranda. Just squeaks in. No, it does not. That's a bump. Huh. No actions for Miranda. It means no slam. We'll have to see what the range ruler looks like when we're here. So, man, that is really tempting for Steven. It's range 3. I think he's going at Miranda. He's going to try to trigger that Kylo. So did he pop the crit? He did, and he's going to probably spend that focus. 2 hits and a crit. C3PO will not avoid this. So C3PO. It's 1 no matter what. Oh, it is range 3. So he guessed. So he's going to take that blinded pilot instead. So Miranda's turn to shoot comes up now. This Rexler doesn't have a shot on anything. I guess not. I guess it's damaged cockpit, not. All right. Let's look right there. So here's Miranda. That hits. And that misses. So pilot skill 0, Miranda. Range 2 from Crimson Specialist to Rack. Spins the focus for 1 and gets it through the rock. Even decimators can evade. And here's a range 2. Into Rexler wrap. Takes an R3A2 stress, spends the focus for 2. Spends the evade, safe. So with Miranda at PS0, it's going to mean that Sebastien probably tries to use Miranda in a blocking capacity here. It's a very effective tool, especially that Miranda can slam. She can get into a lot of different spots. And as we're waiting here, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's taken their time to support the channel. You can do so, if you'd like, by becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. It's literally giving away free money. If you have Amazon Prime, you connect your Amazon to Twitch. You click a button every 30 days, and that is the Become a Twitch Prime subscriber button on the top right on desktops and laptop computers, and it gives away $2 and change as part of your Amazon Prime subscription. So if you feel so inclined, it would really help. It goes a long way. It helps us be able to travel to all these events. Most importantly, though, our patrons get awesome swag while supporting the channel. You go to patreon.com/Gold Squadron. And lastly, we have pre-orders right now for some of our Rebel second edition cards. More are getting revealed. I finished designs and printing is happening for the Scum cards. And there's a couple of new things coming for Patreons. I actually I teased a new card. We spoiled Soonterfell already. Soonterfell second edition. But we also have a couple other ones that got teased. And there's one that's going to be a surprise that's coming for patrons that I'm not going to talk about. It's a total surprise. I'm going to put them in the mail, and it's going to be exciting. But I'm going to tell you that the art is one of my favorites. It's pretty amazing. That's going to be shipping in July. And for the Gold Squadron patrons who become $5 patrons, if you become a $5 patron before July 1st, you get special edition, starting with Soonterfell. And every card after, you get a special card back where you get the full art without any of the text or symbols on it. So it's just a beautiful piece of art when it's not being played with. And the opposite side, of course, has all the stats and names and all that. That's special. You know what? Actually, at the end of this broadcast, I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to spoil the super secret card, but I'll spoil the one that was on the Patreon teaser yesterday. So we're waiting for Sebastien and Steven to determine their dials. This turn here is huge. This is really going to determine where the game swings here. Having a PS0 Miranda, really changes the way you play it. So we're getting a 3 bank. So going to be hitting that rock next turn no matter what. He can slam. He's choosing to focus. Getting hooked up for a block there. Two turn. AP is stressed, so no actions there. Setting that proton bomb. Rexler is, I'm not going to say he's in trouble, but he's going to definitely be taking some damage from that bomb. I love how Sebastien blocked up that alley with Miranda, being willing to put her in harm's way of that rock in order to get that bomb off. And also range controlling to make sure that Miranda doesn't take that bomb. So, 2 turn. The block, I think, backs him up far enough so that the proton bomb does hit. Pelosis, thank you so much for becoming a Twitch Prime subscriber. All right, so Rexler turning away, focus evade. Those twin ion engines Mark II, clearing the stress. And that's a deflective plating. It is a hit, so it's going to be going face down. Every bomb after this is going to hurt. That was the last ordnance silo token as well. So he has 1 proton bomb left. Weapons failure on rack. That's not good. That's a crit from the proton bomb there. Down to 5 hull. It's going to be hard to really dig back getting a weapons failure. Every one of those dice count. He's going to get a range 1 shot here on the BSF. So at least it's 3 dice. Probably pops a crit here. Ability and Palpatine. There it is. Spends a focus. It's going to be 2 crits. Could do it, depending on what they are. 4, 5, 6. Direct hit. That's going to be a dead BSF. Doesn't matter what the next crit is. So Crimson Specialist taken down. Getting that proton bomb off the table could make a difference here, but man, Miranda's still worth 45 points. That's a lot of points. Even at PS0. All right, here's Miranda regenning into Rexler. Evaded. And Miranda gets a shield back. This is AP5 into Rexler. That's going to do no damage. So looking at Steve's positioning here, Rexler is going to have to stay disengaged for a turn or two. He doesn't want to turn to the right. He's got that bomblet generator threat. Obviously, Steve is a very capable player. He has those regional templates, early regional templates. AP5 is in a position to block. We'll see what he does. Rack, man, I don't know where Rack is going to go. He's going to have to make a choice here with Rack. He wants to make the best choice possible. Where can't Miranda block? Honestly, though, Miranda, you can cover that left side with the bomb, cover the right side with Miranda in a blocking position, and cover the front with AP5. So there's a 2-bank to the right. That doesn't cover the left turn. Hard left 3 would get Steven free right now, depending on what AP5 did. Takes a hit on the rock. That's that shield that got regened. And nope. So similar to what we had said, all 3 corners are covered now, just a little bit opposite than what we had thought. AP5 is now covering the 2 hard and the 3 hard. Rack has nowhere to go except into the bomb. And if Rack goes to the ship's right, he's going to be hitting the rock, so no action. Great play by Sebastien. I like this forethought. Trying to reach with the 3-bank. That's not going to make it. You can see that flat part crossing the that top right corner of Miranda. We're going to get that on the board there to see the angle. We know it doesn't make it, but just to see what the angle is going to be. So we'll get the roll for the rock here in a moment. There's the roll. Takes another damage. No, he popped to a blink. So I will say that the health on Chernu is a bit of an approximation. Can't quite see those damage cards. Extra breath, focus, evade. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see the barrel roll. He's just, I guess, protecting from. Here's the bomb of the generator, protecting from Miranda. Takes one on Cherno. An AP5 will have a range 1 shot. Plus Sabine, if he's remembered it. I didn't see Steve grab for another damage card. So that's AP5. And that takes the Decimator off the table, that one hit. So now we got Rexler Brath against a PS0 Miranda and an AP5 and 21 minutes left on the clock. So let's talk about win conditions. Sebastien right now just needs to make sure he doesn't lose that Miranda. You use AP5 to protect. Now, I'm not 100% on AP5's ability, but I'm going to go take a look at that here in a minute. But just having R3A2 on AP5 just really mucks up some of the choices. Focus, evade, gets him clean. Some of the choices you get there. Evade it. Allows you to, forces the player to, not have focus or an evade if he does a 4K while stressed. Action denial is always very strong. So we'll see how aggressive we see Sebastien get here. Or if he's going to play it safe. I mean, with 20 minutes left, he's got plenty of time. And that AP5 ability allows you to remove 2 stress and then coordinate a friendly ship, essentially being able to coordinate a ship that is stressed already. AP5 has 2 stress himself, so might not see that for a little bit. Looks like it's go time. Miranda staying close, keeping those TLTs relevant. If Rexer Braff would do something weird like 3-turn barrel roll in. I think it's 4K time. Yep, there it is. AP5 is working on clearing that stress. We'll probably see another one of those 2 banks next turn. Or maybe just a too hard to get ready to engage. Too hard 2 bank would leave him stress free. Miranda just staying behind. Slam getting into position. And just a 2 bank. Okay. Clearing that last stress. Keeping that coordinate alive. And we're out of range. So right now, looking at Steven's position with Rexler, I mean, you don't want to get behind Miranda, so we shouldn't see him turning to the right. Honestly, his best play is probably just going 3 forward, but Sebastien has been doing a great job calling, calling Steven's intentions, so we'll see here. Two bank. Focus. He's got that target lock out there already. 3 bank from AP5. And there's a 3 forward. So we'll get the focus evade. And we have a range 2 shot at Miranda. Hit crit. No target lock there, so no rerolls. That is obstructed and nothing. Wow. Safe. Three hits, spends the evade. No damage on that one. Second volley of TLTs. Just one, has a target lock, spends it for 2. Steven still has a focus out there, and he'll spend that for no damage. I mean, with both of these, both these ships are very defensive, so we got a little bit of a wet noodle fight here. Focus evade plus Sebastien does have C3PO on his Miranda, which is very powerful. So I'm getting our little spoiler teaser ready here while these gentlemen continue to duke it out. Right in the booth view. Seems to be a question about, oh, they're handing out prizes now for stage 2. That's why they're making people go sit down, go sit down. All right. Interesting. So Rexler turning to the left here. Going into AP5, range 1, only gets 1 hit there. Spend it or not. He doesn't have a range 1 coming from Miranda here. He's spending it. 3 hits. He's trying to get a ship off the board. Evade takes 2. A juke. He's going to spend it. All right. So shield and a card. So Rexler still has that evade live. That's AP5, just 1. Looking for natties, doesn't get it. He has an evade token, I mean, you might as well. There it goes. Miranda spends a shield. He's going to get a shield off of Rexler here. Rexler's 4K does not fit in this position. That rock down there was put at a 2-2. And it just doesn't fit. Does not fit. All right, looks like dials are set. Here we go. So Miranda goes first. One bank, just continuing to stay aggressive here. Rexler. So Rexler just creating some space. Got the evade. Going to debate on what to do here. Here's AP5. He did the barrel roll, sorry. Range 2. So that's Miranda. It's going to take one. Shields are down on Rexler. And he's able to dodge that one. And we're back to dials. 6 minutes left. So in order to keep the evades, you notice that we'll probably just get a 3-turn here out of Rexler and followed by the 4K. Now you notice Steven is very aware of the clock. He knows that he is running low on time, so he got that dial down quick and putting the pressure on Sebastien to pick up the pace of play. Not saying that Sebastien's slow playing. This is a perfectly normal pace of play. It's just you know, part of the mental side of the game, right? Now, it is interesting to see Sebastien continuing to stay aggressive. Like, I know that he has a regenerating ship, but with the low time in the round, if he's presenting his ship for a fight, again, not wrong. He's in a position where with this turn, most likely he doesn't get shot at all. But if Steven can have a few good turns of shooting, that could flip on him very quickly. So that's most likely the 3-turn. Yep. And he'll be taking some TLTs here. Probably focuses. He's choosing a barrel roll. He's trying to get a block on Miranda for next turn. Or just kind of muck up Steven's choices. All right. He does have a shot on AP5. Just trying to take him out. Get some MOV here. 2 hits and an eyeball. And that's going to go through. So AP5 should be sitting at 1 hull. Here comes the range 1 from Miranda. I think we just saw him spend the shield. Sure did. Hit, crit. He has a focus, right? Yep. Hit, crit. And hit, crit will land. It's going to leave Rexler at 1 unless there's a double damage in there. Damage sensor array cannot take actions on an action bar. So X7 is done. You cannot use it anymore. Oh, Steven is on his last legs here. 1 hull. I did mention at the end of this round I'm going to reveal to you guys one of our next alt art cards. It's going to be patrons only. So right now, if I'm Sebastien, even though, you know, the stage format doesn't care about MOV, where it could matter is in the cut, where you land. So I would try to keep AP5 alive. Like, it's not a throwaway. Like, most likely Miranda kills Drexler Braff this next turn, but you want to, especially with no focus evades. You still want to keep your MOV as much of as you can. All right, so here's AP5 banking in. I like the move. Blocks the 4K. Miranda honestly probably just goes 1-4. It's moving a little bit out of order. Doesn't matter. Yep, 1 forward. No action, I think. Might bump here. Oh, but just fits in there. Focus. And Steven anticipating the block there. Will try to get some MOV before he goes. Try to take out this AP5 at range 1. He can't focus. He can't target lock. All he can do is try to flip that crit. So here's the roll. Nope. Still damage sensors. Here's range 1 into AP5. 3 hits. That'll do it. So AP5 taken off the table. And Miranda here most likely spends a shield and tries to finish the job. There it is. Spends a shield, range 1. Is it obstructed? It's close. We'll know by how many dice he throws. 3 hits. Looking for natties. Not today. Good game. Congratulations to Sebastien. Winning round 4. And there's the time has just been called. Fantastic. So thank you to both those players. Thank you to our sponsor for this weekend, Curled Paw Creatives. You can go to his shop on Etsy, get all that awesome 2.0 swag that he's making. Now, I wanted to tell you and show you guys the second edition, or our next second edition card that is going to be revealed here. And this is, you know, a scoop here for you guys who are watching the stream. So hopefully I did this little image slideshow to tease you guys a little bit. So there's the first tease. All right, there's the first one. Second one, if that works. Nope, that's not working. Okay. How do I do this? Hold on. There's the first one. You can take a look at that for a minute. Okay. How do I get to the next picture? Add files. Let's see. How do I do this? Come on, computer. Do what I want you to do. Nah, we'll just make it automatic. Should shift on its own. There's a second one. There's a third one. Hide it. What do you guys think the last one is? What do you think it is? Any guesses? Just from seeing those 3 pictures, any guesses what that is? Any guesses? Any guesses? I broke it. It's supposed to be the big reveal there. Way to go, Dion. I broke it. I'll just pull up the picture here. Add the image. Boom. There it is. There is our Howl Runner alt art. It's going to be exclusive to our patrons. And our squad leader. Patrons will, of course, have that on the back of their cards. Full art. Howl Runner looking badass with her her squad there. Just finished a mission. Kind of like, you know, swag, walking away from the TIE fighters. We have 2 more games coming here, and I just want to just remind everybody that thank you to our sponsor for today, Curl Paw Creatives. Get your 2.0 swag there. He's got templates. He's got tokens coming very, very soon. We'll be showing those off tomorrow. And our patrons are going to be getting this, patreon.com/Gold Squadron, along with, we got that one. I want to make sure I don't want to spoil the surprise card that's coming in the mail. So there's this one. There's Fenrau, the whole set that's coming like mid-July. You got Howl Runner. You got Fenrau. You got mystery card. And there was another one that I am forgetting. There was another Imperial one. What's my problem? Sunterfell. Duh. And Sunterfell. So Sunterfell, Howl Runner, Mystery, and Fenrau, Rebel Fenrau will be the set. They're all 2.0 cards and has all the art and stuff like that. So, yeah, should be good stuff. But I will not talk about what the mystery card is because it's a mystery, like a true mystery. The people who will get it in the mail first can spoil it for everybody. So we'll see. But we'll be back here probably in, honestly, like 5 to 10 minutes with round 5 of the Seattle System Open.